Myself Apurva Tejasvi. Today I am here to disassemble and reassemble this inverter under my DIY project week 6. But before that I would like to explain the connection of my working UPS system. Now this is the main supply of my house, which is connected to this end of the inverter. This is the input of inverter and this is the output which we get from the inverter, and it goes back to the main supply. We can see that from here. It goes back to the main supply. Again, this terminal is the battery terminal, means the wire from the battery. This is the positive terminal, the red shows the positive terminal, the black shows the negative terminal. These terminals are connected to the inverter from these two ports. Now further we see these two switches. One is the inverter or the UPS mode and the other is the NC and HC. In the NC and HC switch, my inverter is on the HC side, that is high current, and in this side we have on the inverter end. When the inverter is in the inverter mode, it takes power from the main supply whenever there is the current, and in case of power cut, the supply is taken from the stored current which was stored once the current was there in the mains. And if the inverter is in the UPS mode, the power is taken continuous from the battery even if the current is already present in the house. Now here we see one fuse is also there in the circuit of inverter, so as to prevent any damage to the inverter in case of overloading. Now I am going to explain my battery. This is a tall tubular 12 volt secondary battery. From here we can see I am using this tool. This is a star headed screwdriver. Here we see it is a 6 cell of 2 volt each battery, that makes it of 12 volt, 3 on this side and 3 on the other side. And this thing indicates the electrolyte level in the battery. I am not going to open this battery, but I would open the inverter for a DIY project, and for that I would use these 3 tools. This is the star headed screwdriver as told earlier, this is the plier, and this is the slidable wrench which I am going to use, and this will be used as the pointer for indicating the parts. Now I am going to disassemble the inverter, but before that I will make sure that we have proper safety. Therefore I am switching off the mains, and before that we can see that the lights of the inverter are on, and this is the mains indication. It means that we are getting power from the mains source. And further here we see this is the charge mode. This means that our inverter is charging the battery in the present situation. I am going to connect this switch back to the main supply so as the circuit of the house remains completed. After switching this on, we can see that our circuit is completed. Now I am going to disconnect the inverter also from the battery so as to ensure proper safety. This is the internal view of the inverter. The two of the most visible parts are the transformer and the heat sinks. Starting with the transformer, this portion is known as the core of transformer. It is made up of silicon steel, which is a magnetic material, and as we see here, the core is made up of thin strips joined together by an insulating material. This configuration basically reduces the loss due to eddy current formation. This portion of the transformer is the primary side, where we see the input from the main supply of the house is connected to the primary side of transformer. Here we can see the windings of the transformer, which are made up of copper. This is known as the primary winding, and now this portion of the transformer is known as secondary, and these windings, again made of copper, are known as secondary windings. The basic function of this transformer is to step up or step down the voltage as and when required. Now moving on to the circuitry part of the inverter. This here is the N-type power MOSFET. These four things over here are known as the N-type power MOSFET, which is the most important component of the circuitry part. In this inverter, 8 such MOSFETs are there, 4 on this side and the other 4 we can see on this side. The MOSFET is connected to these heat sinks, which basically cools the MOSFET. These sinks are made up of aluminium. The circuitry part is mounted on a PCB, also known as printed circuit board. The green color board which can be seen here. This provides the electrical connections between the components. Now on this PCB, we can also see some of the carbon resistors. We can see the electrolytic capacitors over here. These big electrolytic capacitors are also there. Moreover, some of diodes can also be seen. This basically is the Zener diode. Here also some diodes can be seen, and these are the ICs which are connected to PCB, and these wires are mainly made of copper or aluminium, which are insulated and makes the connection to components of the circuit. This here is the wire wound resistor, and here also we can see a fan is there in the inverter so as to cool down the inside of the inverter whenever it gets hot. It is a 2.28 wattage fan. It is a DC fan, and this is made up of nylon. Here this also is the capacitor, and this socket is the output socket which we get from the inverter. That's it for my part. Now I'm going to reassemble the inverter and I'm going to check whether it works or not. Let's get on to it. Now I'm going to switch on my main supply and hope that it works. Now on the inverter we can see that we have got the mains on, and after we have to wait for some time to get the charge mode on. Now so finally we can see that our project is successful and we have restored it back also. And that's it for my DIY assignment of this week. Thank you.